Hello everyone, this is your teacher Ayoub. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. So, in this class for this week, we are going to study a new unit, which is Unit 9, Mystery at Sea. And that means that we are finished with Unit 8. Okay, so let's start. So, for this class, we are going to study the grammar from Unit 9, the new unit. Okay, so we have present perfect with already and yet, and we have you yet, which is the interrogative form that we're going to use yet in it. Alright, so at first we have present perfect with already and yet. It's in the student book page 107 and in the grammar focus section in page 127, and for your workbook it's in page 107. Alright, so present perfect with already and yet. So already means that something happened earlier than we expected. So we were expecting something to happen, okay, but it happened earlier than we thought. Okay, so that when I use already. Okay, so I use it. We use already with affirmative sentences. I use it with affirmative sentences, which is the positive sentence. Okay, so let's see an example here. I have already listened to that song. Okay, so let's assume that you're in a situation where your friend comes to you and tells you to listen to a specific song. Okay, but you tell him that you have already listened to that song because you did listen to it before. Okay, so your friend was expecting you to listen to the song when he offers that, when he tells you to do so, but you already listened to it before, so you tell him that you already listened to that song. So he wasn't expecting that you listened to it before. Okay, so that means that something happened earlier than he thought, than he expected. So he was expecting you to listen it now when he gives you his phone maybe, but he wasn't expecting that you already listened to it. So that's when I use already. Alright, so we have yet here. Yet means that something that we expected has happened or hasn't happened. Okay, so that's mean we were expecting something to happen, but we're not sure if it happened or not. Okay, so we use yet with negative sentences and interrogative sentences. Okay, negative and interrogative. Let's have an example for a negative one. Example, I haven't, okay, haven't eaten any candy yet. Okay, so I haven't eaten any candy yet. I know that I'm going to eat candy, but I didn't do that yet. Okay, so I might do it in the future or in the upcoming moments, but I don't know when exactly, but I'm going to do so. But till now, till this moment of speaking, I didn't eat any candy. Okay, so we also use yet with interrogative sentences. Okay, interrogative. Example, have you bought that shoes yet? So I'm asking, let's say my friend, if he bought a specific type of shoes or not. Okay, so I'm not sure if he did or not, but what I am sure about is that he going to do so. He is going to buy the shoes, but I don't know if he did it or not. Okay, so I ask him, have you bought that shoes yet? Okay, which means like, did you buy those shoes? Alright, in order to use already and yet correctly in a sentence, we need to follow these forms. Okay, so we have forms that you are going to need to create a correct sentence to use it in our lives. Okay, so at first we have subject, as always. We have or has. This is important, helping verb. And we have already. Then we have the past participle, which is the verb 3. Then we have the rest of the sentence. So this form is an affirmative sentence form, okay? And we said in the affirmative form we use already, okay? So subject have or has, then already, then verb 3. Let's have an example. I've or I have already told you how to play volleyball. Okay, so I is the subject. This is short for have. Here it is. Okay, because I goes with have, not has. Then comes already. Okay, so already always stands between the helping verb and the main verb. Unlike yet. Okay, already stays here in the middle. Okay, then after already comes the past participle, verb 3, which is told. Told is the verb 3 of the verb 1, tell. Okay, then comes the rest of the sentence, you have to play volleyball. Okay, let's see this form, the other one, which is the negative sentence form. Okay, that we are going to use yet in it. So we start with subject as always. We have the helping verb have or has. Then comes not. Okay, instead of already I put not here. Okay, not means whenever I see not, that means that this sentence is negative. Okay, so after not, okay, comes the verb 3, past participle. Then comes the rest of the sentence, and after the rest of the sentence comes yet. Okay, so as you may notice here, yet is at the end of the sentence, and that's how it is always. Yet is always at the end of the sentence, unlike already, which is in the middle of the sentence. So let's have an example here. I, subject, haven't, there's have, and there's the not. Okay, this is short for not. Watched is the verb 3 of watch. That movie is the rest of the sentence, and I have yet here. So I haven't watched that movie yet. Okay? Alright. Okay, now let's apply what we have learned so far. So, put the words below in the right order to create correct sentences. Okay, so let's answer the first one together. Hasn't she to London, full stop, been yet? Okay, so as I always tell you, whenever you are answering a question related to grammar, put the forms in front of you that you're going to need and answer based on those forms. Okay, so I have two forms that I have done so far. The first one is for already, which is the affirmative sentence, and one for yet, which is the negative form of the sentence. Okay, so whenever I want to choose between them, I look at the question itself. So I look for already or yet. So here is yet. So I choose the form that has yet in it. Okay, so here it is. There's yet. So at first subject plus have or has, then comes not, then comes past participle, which is the verb 3, then comes the rest of the sentence, then yet. So let's answer based on it. Okay, so I need a subject, or here it is, she. I need have or has. Here is has with not, so hasn't. Okay, hasn't. She hasn't, and I need a past participle, a verb. Been is the verb 3 of the verb 1, be. Okay, she hasn't been. Okay, been to London. To is a preposition, and London is a proper noun, a name of a place, of a city. Then after that comes yet. Make sure to not forget about yet. Okay, so it's very important. So she's saying that she hasn't been. Someone's saying that she hasn't been to London yet. So she is going to go to London. That's more likely, okay, that she's going to go to London, but she didn't do it at the moment of speaking. She hasn't been there at the moment of speaking. Okay, so now continue on your own. So you have here already, yet, another already, and another yet. Okay, so you need to use both of the forms that we talked about earlier. So put them in front of you and answer based on them. Okay, so now you can pause the video for a couple of minutes, take the time you need, and answer them. And whenever you finish, whenever you're finished, press the play button, and so you can see the answers, the correct answer, and see how we answered that. Okay, so the answers are: they have already found the money. Okay, they, the subject, there's VE is short for have, already, then past participle, found, then there's the sentence money, the money. I, subject, haven't, when I see not, I know that I have to put yet at the end of the sentence. So I haven't told, told is verb 3, you yet. We, subject, have already read all the books. You, subject, haven't, okay, done, past participle. The shopping yet is as it is, okay, at the end of the sentence. Alright, so for the second part here we have you yet, which is the interrogative form of the sentence that has yet in it. It's in your student book, page 109 and page 127 in the grammar focus section, and it's for your workbook, it's in page 109. Okay, so yet in an interrogative sentence. Okay, interrogative sentence, which means the sentence that comes as a question. Alright, so in order to use yet correctly in an interrogative sentence, follow these forms below. Okay, so we know that whenever we want to use a question using yet, we have to follow this form. Okay, so this form actually is divided into two parts. The first part is the question part, and the second one is the answers part. Okay, so the first one tells us how to form or to create an interrogative sentence or a question using yet. Okay, so the second part shows us how to answer that question that we formed. Okay, so how to answer that question. So we have two forms for the answers. The first one is the positive one, okay, and the second one is the negative one. Okay, so the positive one starts with yes and the negative one starts with no. Okay, so let's see the first part, then after that we can go to see the second part. Okay, so the first part, the question one, we start always with have you when it comes to this form. Okay, so have you, alright, plus past participle, the verb 3, then comes the rest of the sentence, then comes yet, then comes the question mark. Okay, so it's almost looking like the negative form of the sentence that we used yet in, but we removed not and we put have that was as a helping verb, we put it as at the beginning. Okay, so have you, verb 3, the rest of the sentence, yet, then the question mark. Okay, so now we are going to answer it. So if the answer is positive, which means yes, I start with yes, then comma, then I have already, past participle, which is the verb 3. This is short for past participle. Then comes the rest of the sentence. So this is the same form for the positive, for the affirmative form of the sentence, but I only added yes and a comma. And the same here for the negative answer. No, comma, I have not, past participle, rest of the sentence yet. So it's the same form for the negative sentence, but I added no and a comma. Okay, so let's see an example. So first, have you done your homework yet? Okay, have you, as you see it here. Then comes done, which is the verb 3, past participle. Then your homework, which is the rest of the sentence. And yet comes at, as it is. Then the question mark. Have you done your homework yet? So if you did it, if you did your homework, you answer with a positive answer, which is yes, comma, I have already done it. The verb 3. It is the rest of the sentence. Okay, let's see an example for the negative one. Have you eaten your sandwich yet? Same thing here. Have you, then eaten. Verb 3. Your, the rest of the sentence, and sandwich. Then comes yet. Then comes the question mark. Okay. Then we want to answer, which is the second part. No, because I haven't eaten my sandwich yet. So no, I haven't. Okay, I have. Then comes the not, past participle, which is the verb 3, eaten. Then the rest of the sentence, which is it. Then comes yet, as it is. Okay, so it's pretty easy and clear. Okay, now let's apply what we have learned so far. Okay, so complete the sentences with the verbs in brackets. Okay, so we have this sentence that we need to complete it using the verb in bracket. Okay, so as I always tell you, put the form in front of you whenever you are answering the question. Okay, so have you. Alright, so it starts with a question. We know the question form. Okay, so here I have it. Have you. Then comes the past participle, which is verb 3, which is not there in the sentence. Okay, then comes the rest of the sentence, which is your bike and yet and question mark. So the verb in brackets is clean. So I need the verb 3 of it, which is cleaned. Okay, alright, so for the answer, I have yes here, which means that it's positive. Okay, positive answer. Here it is. Yes and a comma. Then I have to write down whatever left, which I use the form I have already, past participle, verb 3. Okay, which is the form of the affirmative sentence. Okay, so the answer is, have you cleaned your bike yet? Yes, I have. Here it is, already, as it is. I've used it. Cleaned, the verb 3 of clean. So I've used it twice. Once here and the second time here. Okay, it is the rest of the sentence. Alright, now you can continue on your own. You can pause the video and take as much time as you need to answer it, and whenever you are finished, you can come back and press the play button to continue the class. Okay, so put the forms in front of you and answer based on them. Okay, so pay attention to if the answer is negative or positive. Here I have a negative answer, positive answer, and negative answer. Okay, alright. Alright, so the answers are first one, have you tidied your room yet? Okay, no, I haven't tidied yet. Okay, sorry, I haven't tidied it yet. Alright, so no is refers to a negative form of a sentence. I haven't, and there's the verb 3, and there's yet. Okay, Have you gone to the market yet? Okay, yes, positive answer. I have already gone there. Okay, so same thing. Have you drunk your milk yet? No, I haven't. No is a negative answer. Drunk it yet. Okay. Alright, so that was our class for this week. Here's a homework, workbook page 107, exercise 2 and 3, workbook page 109, exercise 1 and 2, and you can take a look. At the next slide there is a surprise. I hope you like it. That was our class for this week. I hope you understood everything. If you have any questions, you can ask me whenever you want. Stay safe, enjoy your time, and thank you.
I'm gonna play a shiny guitar. I'm gonna drive a big fast car. I'm gonna go far, yeah, really far. Because baby, 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 I'm gonna be a star. Everyone's gonna be my fan. Every woman and child and man. I'm gonna do everything I can. Because baby, 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 I've got a plan. Oh yeah. Rock with me, yeah. Roll with me. Rock, and you're gonna see just how big I'm gonna be. I'm gonna shout, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna do that ting-a-ling-a-ling. I'm gonna win, yeah, I'm gonna win. Because baby, I'm gonna be king. I'm gonna be king. I'm gonna be king. Oh.